For our project, we are doing gender and sexuality within sports advertisement. My name is Kayla, and my group members consist of Monique, Leslie, and Valeria. Introduction. In the United States, sports advertisements from well-known brands like Nike, Reebok, and others have recently increased their promotion and exposure of female athletes in their ads. While this has not always been the case, we want to analyze why certain brands have shifted their focus from a masculine perspective towards a feminist way of thinking. Most sports advertisements have been given a male perspective through their glorification and use of tactical stereotypes against what it truly means to be an athlete. These stereotypes continue the cycle of thinking only men can be real athletes, as seen by the exposure they get in the news media. Our keywords for this project are intersectionality, gender binary, and inclusivity. Intersectionality is a framework for conceptualizing a person, group of people, or social problem as affected by a number of discriminations and disadvantages. Gender binary is a system of gender classification in which all people are categorized as being either male or female. And inclusivity is the practice or policy of providing equal access to opportunities and resources for people who might otherwise be excluded or marginalized. The obstacles of gender equality in sports. Women in sports have to fight every day for basic necessities, creating disparities and harmful inequalities to the overall system that men do not have to go through. Some of these gender equality fights include equal pay, maternity leave, gender testing, stereotypes, gender roles, gender binary, uniforms, and sexual harassment.
Inequality within sports. While conducting our research, we came across a study conducted by BBC that found that in 2021, male golf pros earned an average of $1.1 million. That same year, women only made $212,000. This left a pay gap of up to $888,000. You would think that as time progresses and all the calls to action made by women to get paid more would help decrease this pay gap. However, it was actually found that this gap actually increased up to $1.25 million. In other sports like basketball, the average NBA player earns an average of $5.5 million a year, compared to the $130,000 average made by women's NBA players. The highest paying players of the women's NBA earn up to $230,000 a year, but even so, that still leaves a big pay gap. Because it's so difficult for women to get paid as men, because it's so difficult for women to get the same pay as men, women actually have to travel outside the country to get paid more. We incorporated some example of past sports advertisements. In these ads, women are not portrayed doing the actual sport. We can see how women are given the sex appeal. This makes women look sexy, so they're not taken seriously. These are some of the present sports advertisements. One of the ads I would like to point out is the one on the bottom left. We see Serena Williams, and the ad reads, "Greatest athlete ever." We can see that the word female is crossed out. I believe this is very important because the sport industry often likes to demonetize women and put them in their own category as athletes. This ad portrays that women are athletes just as much as men are, and they should be taken just as seriously.
All right, moving on to sport advertisement with the male perspective. There's a common belief that men are naturally stronger than women, and men are commonly characterized as warriors, heroes, invincible, powerful, and so on to glorify and continue misogynic and gender-based stereotypes. Women are depicted for their appearance, age, home life, further showcasing more domestic gender-based stereotypes, making them seem the opposite of what an athlete is. An example of this glorification is seen in the article, The 50 Most Iconic Sports Commercials. This article includes an abundant list of male athletes as partners of product endorsements for clothing, alcohol, shoes, and many more. The male athletes are easily given sponsorship through these brand deals, and they are the focus, essentially the stars. Only a few women were mentioned in this list, and even then they were secondary characters to the male athletes. Moving on to today's athlete sponsorship and brand deals. According to a recent study, women's sports sponsorships and brand deals have increased 20% during this year. This report shows that brand deals are given to both professional and collegiate sports teams and individuals. As of right now, Nike remains the #1 sponsor, with Adidas coming in close second. Earlier this year, Adidas decided to increase their sponsorships by signing 15 female college athlete brand deals to celebrate the Title IX's 50th anniversary. Their goal in doing so was to promote a more equitable and inclusive future of sport and act against discrimination. Major brands like these are able to position themselves as modern and progressive to increase representation and visibility. And it also creates an inviting space for young women and a high level of engagement. Next is the call to action. One of the leading companies in promoting equality in sports is Nike, as mentioned before. They have sizing available from extra, extra small to 2XL and 4X. They have also designed a performance hijab for Muslim female athletes and a modest option for swimwear as well. They want every woman to feel confident while participating in sport, while also expressing their cultural identity. From this, Nike hopes to inspire more women and girls that still face barriers and limited access to sport. Adidas is another company that has a wide range of sizing for women, from extra, extra small to 4X for clothing and 30A to 48E for sports bras. They also released a campaign for stay-and-play period-proof tights to normalize the conversation about menstruation and allow women to feel comfortable and confident while playing sports on their period. Lastly, I'd like to mention Good American's athletic line by Khloe Kardashian. This brand is very important because the Kardashians have a huge platform for advertisement, as they have follower counts in the millions. Khloe's activewear line has a size range from extra small to 4X. And she quotes, "It's made by women for women, all bodies, all sizes, no compromises."
An emphasis on brand awareness, particularly through Nike, is Nike's 2019 campaign with Serena Williams, Dream Crazier. The importance of using Serena Williams in this ad is the fact that Serena has been heavily criticized throughout her career, often the target of sexist and racist attacks. She actively calls out these attacks and challenges those who perpetuate harmful stereotypes of women, women in sports, POC individuals, and other marginalized communities. In this ad, she calls out gender stereotypes and intersectionality frameworks. Some important quotes within this ad is, "If we show emotion, we're called dramatic. If we want to play against men, we're nuts. And if we dream of equal opportunity, delusional." This ad emphasis on women being called crazy for doing normal things. Nike and brands, genuine or not. In particular, Nike has been a really good, genuine brand. Inclusivity is being made with brands like Nike, Puma, and other well-known brands making campaigns and other commercials with women at the forefront, focusing their attention on an intersectional lens. Nike partners with many female athletes: Serena Williams, Angela Davis, Simone Biles, and many more. Nike's #BeTrue 2017 campaign focuses on LGBTQ athletes and other communities as well. Nike's partnerships with 13 women athletes from various backgrounds, particularly in their campaign Athlete Think Tank, with an additional donation program per the athlete's choice and advocacy. An example can be seen with Nike and Serena's collaboration donating to Brown Girls Dream, which is helping women of color navigate their careers. Another example is seen with Sabrina Ionescu donating to Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, continuing the legacy to this nonprofit, helping sports programs for undeserved athletes. The emphasis of this program, the Nike Athlete Think Tank, brings together our elite female athletes and global catalysts to partner with us in creating a more equitable future. Together, we're innovating to serve to today's women's athletes while partnering to redefine sports for a new generation of women, girls, and allies. Another example of genuine brands can be seen with Sports England. Their advertisement, "This Girl Can." The campaign celebrates active women who are doing their thing no matter how they look, how well they do it, or how sweaty they get, emphasizing that women of all shapes, sizes, backgrounds can exercise with no discrimination or judgment.
The target audience for the sports industry include teens and young adults and athletes. Athletic brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, and Puma, to name a few, reach out to influencers with a big following to advertise their new athletic wear. The influencers' followers see see what it is that they're promoting, and if a good review is made, it makes them want to buy the product. Nowadays, the social media platform TikTok is a big way for brands to advertise because everyone is using the app. Although sporting brands specifically target teens, young adults, and athletes, anyone who comes across these advertisements eventually becomes their audience. I included 2 screenshots from videos posted on TikTok. In these videos, we can see that the videos are made as a result of a paid partnership with Nike. If you take a look at the likes, the number is in the thousands, which tells us that these people have a large following. Of all the people who like the video, a small percentage might be athletes, but it doesn't matter because the target audience is now shifted from just athletes to everyone. We have included our bibliography. Thank you for your time.